This is a Blairing Out with Eric Blair show today, coming to you from the House of Machines in beautiful downtown Los Angeles, California, for the legendary Josie Cotton's dual record release party with the band Prima Donna. I'm here with Kevin.
Hey.
David.
Hello.
Aaron. Adam. Hey, yo.
The last time I interviewed you guys was in 2007. Can you believe it's been that long?
Wow. No, I can't. But I feel like I've seen you a bunch since then. But wow, 2007. I wasn't even born back then, man. What are you saying?
Well, look at you. Who knows what you've been drinking, because you look like you could be 19. Okay, all you guys do, essentially, right?
You just made my day. Thank you.
If I looked like you, I'd make my own day. What has transpired since 2007 for Prima Donna?
Well, a whole lot, I guess. We toured the world a lot. We toured Europe like maybe 7 or 9, I don't know, 8, 9, 10 times. We toured the States a bunch. We released 3 albums since then.
Yeah, we're on our 4th right now.
Yeah, I think when you interviewed us, we had just released our first album.
And David was telling me you guys actually have a compilation on vinyl now too of your singles. And
yeah, we did a bunch of singles too. We've a lot of records, a lot of tours. We're really fortunate because a lot of people are staying home and putting things on the internet, but we still have a ton of records, and we're going to Europe in a couple weeks, so that's cool.
Now, when back in 2007, I mean, YouTube was still an infant. Now with YouTube, how has that affected your career?
Well, we just filmed the music video today, so it kind of brought the music video back, which is cool. And I think things can be a little more freeform and not as, like maybe produced. I don't know, but you can kind of see everything now. It's made the scene a lot like closer together. People
can enter into your world and your music without having to discover you at a club now. What do you think, David?
I guess that's true. We still would love to meet everybody in clubs. We grew up playing clubs, so it's like we want to play live for people. We don't want to necessarily have just the YouTube world or internet world. We enjoy the person-to-person contact for sure. So with growing up with YouTube and all this stuff coming up, it's different for us. We weren't used to that when we first started playing. We were used to just touring, and that's it.
And there's nothing better than our live show. Yeah. You can hear it on the record, but you can't touch it if you're seeing us live, man. Nothing else touches that.
And what has been the secret to the longevity? Because there are bands like your band, give them 2 years and 1 album and they're gone.
That's true. I think almost every band that we started playing with, or when we started, all the bands we were playing with have broken up. I don't know if there's a single band that we were coming up with. But anyways, because we're friends,
We still like each other.
We still like each other. But I don't know how you could do that. If you don't like someone, you don't like someone. But we still like each other. That's the secret. How do you do that? I don't know. We give each other space.
Yeah.
Not much, but we tease each other. I don't know if that helps.
How does the songwriting process work now?
Last we spoke to you, we were putting out a record, and it was the first thing we put out, and I kind of came with a manifesto and a bunch of songs. But now we all write stuff. I wrote a song with David on the last record. I wrote 2 songs with Aaron. I wrote a couple with Levine. We kind of all know what our strengths are, so we can work off of those things. It's pretty neat. Dave will start with a beat, and then I'll start hearing a lyric, and then Aaron will start pounding the keys, and then Levine's back there doing something on the bass, and we got a song.
Who would you say a Prima Donna fan is?
They have to be sexy.
I don't know about that.
In their mind.
Okay.
Our marks have everything. They bought every record. They bought every shirt. They bought every piece of...
It's a cult fan base.
Yeah.
I don't know, but you'll see tonight. They're like, they're all over the, There's no way to pin that down.
They're really blaring out.
I will say, so this interview that we did with you the first time, a lot of the fans looked like we did. Like it was a lot of the same haircuts and a lot of the same jackets and things like that. It's changed a lot. I don't know how, but so I can't explain that now. If you asked me that last time, I would have said, just look for guys like with hair like us and jackets like us, and they'd be a Prima Donna fan. But now. They're hiding everywhere. There's probably one over there right now.
You guys have a new album coming out, correct?
We have a new single coming out. We're writing a new record, but we have 2 7-inches that will come out before that comes out. So we have a record. The B-side is a cover of Cruel Summer.
Nice.
And I think you'll dig it. And then the A-side is a song called Sing to Death, and that's on Little Steven's label, Wicked Cool. And it's Glow in the Dark.
We all know that the Coolies are on that label too. So, and yeah, we all are mourning the loss of Kim Shattuck right now. It was devastating for me, and I'm sure it was hard for you guys. We can learn something, that we better love the people around us now, because we don't know if they're going to be with us tomorrow.
It's very true. We also, the same day, we heard that Barry Masters from, I'm wearing the shirt actually, but Eddie and the Hot Rods, Barry Masters died. And then a few hours later, we heard about Kim, and we were lucky enough to play with both of them. We did a song, we played Beat Your Heart Out with Kim on stage, and then we also opened for the Muffs a few times. Went on a couple of tours with Eddie and the Hot Rods, and yeah, you can't take any minute for granted with someone, you know, that you enjoy playing music with or watching them play music. Yeah, you never know.
Yeah,
it's really sad. Yeah,
it's heartbreaking. One of the things that we've all seen in the past 5 years is a lot of our heroes are fading. Prima Donna may be our last hope for rock and roll. I mean, literally, you know? I mean, how much rock and roll is really out there nowadays?
We're not stopping. We love playing music, so that's it for us. No matter where the state of rock and roll is, we hear a lot of people complain about that, and you know, typically in an interview they'll go, why is rock and roll did this and that? And we're like, it's still around, it's still there. You just gotta find it, and we don't really care. We like playing it, you know?
Having a hit, a method or a plan on making that happen?
No, you can't plan them. I think when you try and plan them, it totally backfires, and people can tell. But we have certain songs, and we'll go anywhere in the world, and there'll be kids singing them. Or not even kids, all sorts of people. So that's a hit to us. Yeah. You know, we don't have chart positions and gold records on the wall, but when we walk into a room and we play a song and a bunch of people sing along, that's a hit song. Yeah. And there's no feeling like that, you know? There's no feeling like that.
You guys aren't singing to a tape, so think about it.
He's the real deal, man. Yeah. He's a real fucking singer.
What do you love the most about being in Prima Donna?
Oh God, what was it? Traveling is always a good one.
I want to know this too. Yeah. I have no idea.
What do I like most about it? I don't know. Creating music and playing is always a fun thing. Seeing it from start to finish, you know. They always say live. You were talking about live being the best, but the record is special too, because the record is the finished product too. So I don't know. I like creating it and playing it, and yeah, being on stage is always fun. And traveling, but. Yeah, a combination.
If you guys could go back in time and tell your younger selves something to avoid, what would it be?
How much time do you have? Man, I can't answer that.
Take more pictures on the road.
Yeah, there you go.
We never take pictures. We never really like.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, city to city to city, and like sometimes like. I have the worst memory in the band, so I don't remember a lot of stuff. And they're always telling me.
I would have told my younger self to like keep a diary, because I don't remember half the shit. He remembers everything.
I'll go back to the one time when Kevin locked the keys in the van in Europe, and I would stop that from happening.
Yeah, we could stop.
We wasted.
That was wear seatbelts. You know.
Yeah. Drink more water.
Drink more water.
Hydration is key.
Nice.
Yeah. Drink more water. Don't leave bottles of hairspray in the van when it's summer, and you know they can explode. Things like that.
Piss.
Oh yeah. Don't piss in bags or bottles and keep them in the van and forget and step on them and things like that.
So you got a single coming out. You guys are going to tour to support that single, correct? And tonight's the party for the release party for that. Who produced it, or are you guys self-produced now?
No, Bruce Duff produced it. He also manages us. We did that with Paul Rossler, who was in the Screamers, and we did it at his studio, Kitten Robot, and Josie's studio. So it's all kind of, this night is it's a celebration of the whole kind of a family. It's a family affair, Eric.
Super group with a couple of guys from Green Day, Billy Joe Armstrong. Yeah. And how did that come to be, and what is the most satisfying thing about being a part of that?
We've stayed friends since we toured with Green Day. We did Europe and Asia with them back a few years ago. and we just always stayed friends. And he's, you know, when he comes to town, he'll come hang out with us. And when we go up to Oakland, we recorded in their studio. Our album Bless This Mess was in their studio. We always stayed good friends, and then when it just came up and he asked us to do it, we were totally hyped on it.
They've always treated us like brothers, you know. They really have looked after us in all sorts of ways. I think the best thing is just being friends with your heroes. It's cool, and the coolest times. I mean, playing is rad, but just doing what we're doing right now and just sitting around and cracking jokes and stuff. That's the best part.
How did this smooth transition from looking up to these guys as idols and then actually being friends and then being in a band with them?
Well, there's no bullshit with those guys. They don't act like rock stars, you know. And we all listen to the same stuff. So we have the same reference points when we're, you know, and we dig on the same cool, you know, just a lot of punk rock and power pop, and then all sorts of wacky shit you didn't think we'd have in common.
Well, we're just ourselves around them, and they're themselves around us, and we have similar personalities. It's like hanging out with any of us. Like, we're all the same.
Work. That's what it is.
You just be yourself, and then, you know, if they like you, they like you. If, you know, there's, you know, it's like we just don't pretend. You know, we are who we are.
How have you not become a casualty of sex, drugs, and rock and roll?
Well, maybe you said this last time, you can't do the same things you did 3 years ago.
Moderation.
Condoms.
Yeah. I tried to just, I don't know. That's a good question.
Are you guys still in party mode a little bit? I mean, look, you're young, you're healthy, basically.
We like to have a good time, but here's how we didn't become casualties. We knew a lot of them. So you can hear the stories thousands of times like we all have, and that doesn't really do anything. You know, you can hear about Johnny Thunders and the 27 Club and all those, you know, poor folks, but that doesn't do anything. But then once you start seeing people die and battling addiction, it sobers you up pretty quick. That being said, we still like to have a good time, but yeah, it's like, you know, then it quickly comes back into mind all the people we know that have, you know, lost the war.
On a scale from 1 to 10, how important is the music to you guys?
For us, you know, we started playing so young that, you know, we just want to play music. We love music as kids. We still love it now. Like, for us, the goal is to play music. You know, everything else that comes with it, awesome. We love it. But we listen to music constantly. Like, if you go to any of our houses, there's always music playing. We're always listening to music in the car. Like, just, yeah, for us, music is number one, for sure.
Yeah, 10.
What?
10. Oh, 10.
High. 10's
Yeah,
high.
10.
It's a 10. Music's 10.
10.
Okay. After you tour on this single, do you have songs already written for the next album? What is the plan?
Yeah, we've been getting together. We still practice in David's garage after all these years. It's a different garage, and it's pretty, you know. But I'm going to answer your other question too. It's cool being able to play music with your friends, and if you're a creative person, you get it. Like, we get to do it. You know, we still get to do it, and we're fortunate. But yeah, we got a bunch of songs, and yeah, I don't know. We were just always trying to see how far it can go. When we started this band, the goal was just to play clubs, and that was it. That was you know, it wasn't like, oh, let's see if we can go to, you know, let's take it to Europe and go all the way to the, you know, Eastern Europe and stuff. We've been all over the place, so we're just gonna keep seeing if we can get to. We want to go to South America, Australia. We haven't done those yet, so.
Mexico. I want to do Mexico really bad. They did it with Longshot, but we haven't done it.
Through your lyrics, what are you trying to tell people?
Every song's different. The last record, the lyrics were a little aggressive. We're getting a lot off of our chest, but it's just, we're here for such a short time, like we were mentioning earlier, and I think more than ever lately, we're trying to really just have a good time while you have time.
You mentioned that you were angry and aggressive on the last album. What happened to kind of push you in that direction?
The world's a fucked up place right now, and it's getting worse and worse, and it might not get better. So we just had a lot of things that, you know, were upsetting us, and, you know, what better way to express yourself?
It got to a point where, like, we can't ignore this stuff anymore.
Yeah, we never consider ourselves doing songs about social issues, but, you know, the time was right. But we still, the main message of our band is, have a good time. That's still the main message.
What's happening for you guys? What can people go out and buy?
The 25th of October, we have our new single, Sing to Death, coming out. The B-side is Cruel Summer on Wicked Cool Records. You can buy the 7-inch and stream it on iTunes, Spotify, all that stuff. You can stream it from there. You can also buy it.
And then November 4th through November 21st or 20th, we're going to Europe. So we'll see you in Europe. PrimaDonnaRocks.com. What else we got?
That's our Instagram.
Instagram is Prima Donna Band. Twitter as well.
What do you want to say to your fans?
I just want to say, hang in there, guys. I know everyone's having a tough time, but listen to some Prima Donna. It'll all be good. And thank you, Eric.
Yes,
It's
Kevin.
always good to talk to you,
You
man.
too. You rock. You rock.
It's fun to talk
Cheers.
to you, man. Can
Thank
you
you,
call me
Eric.
every day and just wake me up?
Hey, this is the Blairing Out with Eric Blair show. It's Prima Donna.
Yeah, Blair.
Signing off. Bye-bye.